All right. So now recording, we want to change, I'm just going to go ahead and take the lead on this. We're going to change 15 square feet into square inches. Okay, 15, okay, feet squared. We need to change it into inches squared. So we have feet squared. Does anybody know how many inches squared there are in 1 foot squared? No. It's not 12. It's what? No, it's not 24. All right, let's look at this. Because, let's see, if we have a foot and an inch, right? It's 12 inches to 1 foot, right? But this is 1 foot, this is 1 foot, this is 1 square foot, correct? So this is 12 inches, and this is 12 inches. So how many square inches is 1 foot squared? 144. Well, you might have said it, and you probably did say it, but if I can't hear you, I can't give you credit as saying it. Does that make sense? All right, so it's not me trying to be mean, it's just either you need to speak up or my hearing needs to get a whole lot better. All right, so let's convert 15 square feet into square inches. What are we going to do in order to do that? What's that? 15 times 144. Okay, what's 15 times 144? 2,160. So the area that we need to paint is 2,160 inches squared, right? We can paint at 135 square inches per hour, right? Okay, that is our rate. What are we going to do with 2,160 to find out how many hours it's going to take? We're going to divide, because if we write a function, right, our function is 2,160, okay, minus 135, okay, inches per hour. Okay, so that's our hours. This is our function, correct? Okay. So in order to solve for h, what am I going to do? I would subtract 2,160 to the other side. Okay, equals negative 135h. Divide by negative 135, correct? Okay, and because those are both negatives, I'm going to get a positive. What's 2,160 divided by 135? 16. Okay, so our answer is 16 hours. Okay, any issues or questions there? No? And this was question number 23 on the review. Okay, let's move on to question 24. Question 24, a road sign in Europe shows the distance between two cities as 800 kilometers. Right, so I got a city here, I got a city here, right? There's 800 kilometers between them. Whenever I can, I draw a picture for myself. Okay, if 1 kilometer equals 0.62 miles, what is the distance in miles between the two cities? This is another conversion. So 800 kilometers, okay, and I want to convert to miles. So what unit goes on the bottom of my conversion? Kilometers. Why kilometers? Why is kilometers going to go on the bottom? Because it's the unit I'm trying to cancel out, right? So miles is going to go on top. All right, now let's use the conversion that they tell me. All right, where does the 1 go? On the bottom, because that's the conversion. 1 kilometer equals, what goes on top? 0.62, okay? What am I going to do to solve? Multiply 800 times 0.62. Okay, and you could do this pencil paper, or you can do this with a calculator. What does the answer come out to be? What's that? 496 miles. Okay, 496 miles. Okay, do we understand our conversions? Okay, and how to set them up? Okay, next question. Okay, is number 3. Number 3. All right, the area of square tiles is 289 square inches. How many inches long is one side of the tile? All right, so it is a square tile, correct? We don't know how long the side is, correct? What could I use whenever I don't know what something is? X. Okay, but it's a square tile, right? How do I find the area of a square? How do I find the area of a square? Side squared. Okay, yes, it is base times height, but the base here is x, and the height is going to be what? X. So if I already know the area, can I substitute in for A? What can I substitute in for A? I can sub in 289 equals x squared, right? So how can I find x? Square root 289. Okay, what's the square root of 289? 13. Okay, is it 13? I don't think it's 13. That's 169. What's this? 17? 17 equals x. So if I plug in 17 there and 17 there, 17 times 17 should have given me that 289. We only want one side, right? How many inches long? And because it was square inches to begin with and not square feet, right? My units are the same. I didn't need to convert anything. So 17 inches is the length of one side. Are we okay there? Okay. All right. Number 7. Number 7. A rectangular carpet. Okay, rectangular carpet. Okay, does that look kind of like a rectangle? Okay, I know rectangles have right angles, so there's my rectangle. Is 9 feet wide by 15 feet long. Does that work so far? Is that a picture we could all draw? Okay, good. Okay, its area is 9 by 15 square feet. A circular carpet has a radius. Okay, circular carpet. Okay, has a radius of 6 feet. Okay, does that look correct to you? Its area is 3.14 times 6 squared. Okay, how much larger in square feet is the rectangular carpet than the circular carpet? Well, so we have to start off with what is the area of the rectangular carpet? Well, that's 9 times 15, right? What's 9 times 15? 135. Okay, so that's my rectangular carpet. This is 3.14 times 6 squared. 113.04, I'm told. It wants to know how much larger the rectangle is than the circle. So what do I need to do? Subtract. So 135 minus 113.04. What's your answer come out to? 21.96. Okay. And it doesn't say what the unit needs to be. So we're going to say 21.96, and these are both in feet. So it's 21.96 feet squared larger than the circle. Okay, can we do that? It gave you the formulas for everything. All you had to do is calculate and subtract. Okay, number 21. Number 21. A car traveled at 190,080 feet per hour. How fast did the car travel in miles per hour? Okay, so here we have a rate that we're trying to convert. 190,080. So it really seems like the conversions are the ones that we feel like we're going to struggle with. Is that right? Okay, this is feet per 1 hour, right? Do I need to convert hours at all in this question? No. So I don't need to do that. We're just converting feet to what? Miles. So what units goes on the bottom? Feet. What unit goes on the top? Miles. What number goes on top? 1. What number goes on the bottom? Okay, because there is 5,280 feet in 1 mile. The larger unit is going to get the number 1 in this case. So what am I ultimately going to end up doing here? Dividing 190,080 divided by 5,280. This is going to be in miles per 1 hour. Okay, what does my number come out to? 36 miles per hour. Okay, 36 miles per hour. Are we getting any help? Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, because I'm not guaranteeing I'm going to get through every single question here. So 22 is next. 22. A falcon is flying again at a speed of 107,360 yards per hour. How fast can the falcon fly in miles per hour? Are we changing hours at all? So all we're converting is from yards to miles. And they tell me what the conversion is, don't they? All right, so we got 107,360 yards that we want to convert to miles. And they tell me the conversion. What unit goes on the bottom? Yards. What goes on top? Miles. Which one gets the 1? The miles. How many yards are in a mile? 1,760. What do I need to do? Divide what's 107,360 divided by 1,760. 61 miles per hour. It's pretty fast. Okay, questions? Okay. Okay, that's 22. The next one is, looks like 40. 40, I think, gives you a chart. It says complete the table, right? And it tells you the equation is y equals 9x plus 7. Gives you a table of values. We got x, we have y. Then we got negative 9, 0, 9, and 2/9, right? What do I do in order to solve the right-hand side of the chart there? Plug in my x values and solve for y, right? So 9 times negative 9? 81. Negative 81. Negative 81 plus 7. Negative 81 plus 7. Negative 74? Yes, negative 74, because if we subtract 8 from that, right, or if we took 74 plus 7, right? Well, I know you plug it in, and that's all they're doing. All right, so negative 74. Okay, here, what's 9 times 0? Plus 7. 7. What's 9 times 9? 81 plus 7? 88. Okay, 9 times 2/9. What happens to my 9s? They cancel out, right? 9 times 2/9, because 9 times 2 is 18. 18 divided by 9 is 2 again, right? What's 2 plus 7? 9. Okay, so that's what I should get through there. Okay, now, if you get a question like that, I solved it with you verbally, right? Should you be able to show me 4 different equations? You should write out 4 equations and show the work. Okay? Otherwise, you know what will happen? DSA all over it. Okay? You cannot just give me a completed chart. Okay? Got to show me you know how to get there. All right. Question number 1. So going back. At Daisy's Deli, Daisy tracks her monthly profit to determine the success of her business. A negative profit means that Daisy has debt. In July, her profit was negative $10. In August, her profit was $110. What was the difference between the profits in July and August? What does the term difference mean? Subtract. Okay? So the difference is the distance between those two things. So what I want you to see is here's 0. First month she was at negative $10, right? Okay, next month she's at a positive 110. We want to know the distance between those two numbers. Distance. Distance is an absolute value, correct? All right, so if I want to know the distance between two values on a number line, I take x1 minus x2. Okay? All right, well, what is x1 in this scenario? Negative 10. What is x2? 110. So I'm going to take negative 10 minus 110. What is that? Negative 120. But when I get rid of the absolute value, what is it? 120 is my answer. Okay? It's not 100. It's not 110 minus 10. Do we understand that? Okay? Because sure as the world, 100 is going to be one of the possible answers. Okay? So you need to understand what it's asking. Okay, let's see, number 4. Number 4, evaluate the expression for the given values of the variables. Starts off with 90 xyz divided by xy for x equals 3, y equals negative 5, and z equals negative 2. What's the first thing we need to do? Okay, plug everything in. I'm going to go ahead and do this like this. Does that make sense? Okay, so x, what should you use for all your variables? Parentheses. So we have 3, negative 5, negative 2. Okay, divided by 3 times negative 5. Okay? All right, so I need to go across the top. 90 times 3. Okay, what's 90 times 3? Okay, so I got 270. I've done that. Times negative 5 times negative 2, right? What's 270 times negative 5? Negative what? 1,350? Negative 1,350 times negative 2. Is it 2,700? Okay, so we got 2,700 on top. What's 3 times negative 15? Or sorry, 3 times negative 5. Okay? Okay. All right, so you guys told me negative 15? I almost slipped. Did you see that? Yeah. Okay. All right, 2,700 divided by negative 15. I should get a negative number, right? Okay. Negative 180. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, let's see. Next, let's see, that was number 4, so 18 is next. 18, if I can find you here. We have negative 3a minus negative 7a minus 2a. Okay, how might we want to simplify this before I start combining like terms? Anybody? What might you do to simplify it before you combine?
I mean, you could change the 2 minus and negative. I can't even read that. Just put it 2 positive.
Yeah, I can change my double negatives into a positive, so I can take negative 3a plus 7a minus 2a, right? Now, from order of operations, what do I need to get first? Negative 3 plus 7. What is that? 4a, right? Minus 2a. What do I get? 2a is my answer. Okay? Easy? Right? Okay. Let's see, 19. 19, we have 3x cubed plus 6y squared. All right, so this is combining like terms, 3x cubed plus 6y squared. plus 7x cubed y squared minus 8x cubed minus 3x cubed y squared. All right. We are combining like terms, correct? All right. What is the first set of like terms? Okay, let's include all of what they are. So this isn't just 3x, it's 3x cubed and negative 8x cubed, right? We have to include the negative that's in front of it, same way we would understand that something's positive. So what's 3x cubed minus 8x cubed? Negative 5x cubed. So we are done with that. Do we have any y squareds? Any other besides 6? No, so just 6y squared then, correct? Okay, so we've done that one. We have 7x cubed y squared and negative 3x cubed y squared. Are those like terms? Okay, what do I get there? 4x cubed y squared. Now, if I was going to put these in order, right, I would rewrite this as 4x cubed y squared minus 5x cubed plus 6y squared. Okay, because first comes my variables with the largest exponents, right? And it goes down in descending order, and then we have things in order from alphabetical order. Okay, does that make sense? Do you understand why we put it in that order? Okay, all right. So I would go either of these are technically correct. Okay. All right, 19, let's see, we need 17. Do I have your attention? Because I know I've got nothing up here that's that funny. Okay, 17, we've got 6x. This is just like 18 though, right? Okay, so you're going to take 6x plus 8x minus 8x. The 8x's are going to cancel out, right? All right, so your answer should be 6x, right? So I'm going to skip past that one. We're just going to say 6x and move on. Okay, what was after 17, 29, right? Hey, we might get through these. 29. You guys didn't ask a whole lot from this page. All right, so here it wants to know which side is greater. So we start off with, we've got 1.5 plus 6. Okay, we didn't get through all that much, but do you guys feel like you're at least in better footing for tomorrow? Okay, good. All right, we'll stop right there.